let's get into it then. Of course, as I say, this is Today at the Euros, brought to you by the Football Fan Show. I'm Danny, and let's get into today's games because we've had quite a good selection of games played today, and it's been a good day. Don't know which. That's that side. There we go. It's been a good set of games today. So let's have a chat about them. Because we, I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, it's been a good day for footballing action. Been a good, and luckily my green shirt is not. It's kind of see-through there. You can kind of see the goal line. Oh, you can kind of see the goal line there. Oh well, let's move on, Let's move on. And chat, if we can, about 2 games today, of course. Sorry, I'm looking like Casper, the unfriendly ghost's brother. But it's checkmate for the Dutch. Yes, I came up with that one myself. Belgium have just beaten Portugal, the defending champions, by 1-0. So, when in Seville. Not great for the Portuguese defending champions. They are now out. Is this Cristiano Ronaldo's last tournament? That's my question, of course. Is it his last tournament? We won't know yet. But let's kick off. We're only with you for about half an hour tonight. But if you think it will be Cristiano Ronaldo's last tournament, let us know on Twitter. A game that we asked for your opinion on earlier, and that was the Dutch-Czech game. 71.4% of you thought the Dutch would win, and that the Czechs would win is 28.6%. So 28.6% of you got it right. I said it, didn't I, yesterday? You can go back and watch the tape. I did say I quite fancied the Czechs for that one, although I also said that every time I've said I fancy a team to win, that they then go on to lose. So I'm delighted to not be wrong on this one. So yes, let's kick off with the earlier game in the last 16 of the European Championships. And it finished the Netherlands 0, the Czech Republic 2. Is it a shock, though? You know, the way the Czechs played against Scotland. I know Scotland are crap, but you know, the way that they played against Scotland was bloody amazing. They were fantastic against Scotland. If they could pull off another performance like that, which arguably they did, they could easily have beaten a Dutch team, which is by no means the greatest. Is this the end now for Frank de Boer as manager? I know a lot of people in the Netherlands don't particularly like Frank de Boer. Maybe it's the end of him. But I think this game indicates the dumbest sending off, I think, for a very long time at the European Championships, if not ever. The dumbest red card. And it was Matthias de Ligt who was sent off. You know, he's a young defender. He's 21 years old. Plays for Juventus. You can understand why he makes a mistake. Right, let me tell you what happened in the game first. So, we start with the red card, because that's the first bit to really talk about on the 55th minute of the game. Matthias de Ligt was sent off. So what happens is he's trying to stop. Who's he trying to stop? I think he's trying to stop Sheik, the number 10 for the Czech Republic, going on to score, and he goes down. No. He has his footing poor, so he slips and he goes down. But as he goes down, he decides to tapped the ball with his hand out of the path of Schick, and obviously he handballs it. It's a deliberate handball, and he knocks it out the path of the striker, so he knocks it behind, and it was a deliberate handball. There's no argument there, and VAR saw it and sent him off. I mean, how fucking stupid do you have to be? There's video cameras. Okay, not every, as we saw in the Welsh game, not every referee is smart enough to actually use them, or competent enough. Smart enough, competent enough. Am I being? No, actually, no. Saying competent enough is being too forgiving to the referee in the Welsh match, who was a complete fucking tool. So yes, if you're not a complete idiot as a referee, you do use VAR. Just one of the dumbest red cards I've ever seen. Just as Gary Neville said in the punditry on ITV, just go down, accept the striker's probably going to get a goal, let the goalkeeper see what he can do with it, and keep 11 men on the pitch. Don't get yourself sent off, and then have your team on the back foot. I mean, he's 21 years old. Obviously, he's going to play for the Netherlands again. I feel sorry for him because he's going to get vilified. I remember when David Beckham was sent off in France '98. I was a kid then, but I've seen the stories. I've seen the papers from that back then, and he was absolutely vilified. Not a nice situation to go through. If you're a player like that, it was a poor performance from the Dutch. Let's be fair. So yeah, the Netherlands went down to 10 men with De Ligt's handball, and it was just the dumbest sending off ever. 13 minutes after De Ligt's red card for handball, denying Schick a clear goal-scoring opportunity. It was Thomas Hollers that nodded in the opener 13 minutes after the red card. And then Hollers then turned provider for Schick, who doubled the Czech score on the 80th minute. And then at that point, the Dutch, it was too little, too late. It was too little, too late for the Dutch. And they crash out at the last 16, and the Czechs are through. And I believe they face Denmark in the last 16. It's going to be an anniversary affair because they played the Danes. Was it Euro 92 or Euro 96? Yeah. Anyway, we'll get that when we look forward to the last 16. But the Czechs are through. It's checkmate for the Dutch. Ha ha ha! Aren't I funny? With that line, with that classic. And the game that's just finished, which we can give you an immediate reaction on, the Portuguese are out, and the defending champions are, alas, no more. Is this Cristiano Ronaldo's last tournament? Probably not. If Portugal qualify for Qatar, he's probably going to that World Cup. But all I can say is that goal from Thorgan Hazard. Oh my goodness, if you haven't seen this goal, it's just, I was just watching it on my TV. And I just looked away for a second, looked up at the TV, saw this almighty strike from Thorgan Hazard, and it's a superb effort. It's a superb goal. He has no right to score it. He has no right, but he does. It's a fantastic piece of play. So he collects it. He's on the corner, edge of the area, right-footed strike into the bottom left, into the goalkeeper's bottom left, to the goalkeeper's left, the bottom right of the goal. Lovely, just lovely, lovely goal. The Borussia Dortmund winger. Swerving dive for 25 yards. Arrives late in a kick. Oh, sorry, that's the first half notes. But a moment of class from Thorgan Hazard proved too much as the Portuguese were knocked out. And Belgium pursuit at their first major title by reaching the quarterfinals of the Euros. Have they? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've never won anything, have they? The Borussia Dortmund winger swerving drive from 25 yards arrived late in a cagey first half, but proved enough for Roberto Martinez's side to set up a mouth-watering meeting with Italy. You know what? I feel that Thorgan Hazard, other than being kind of a wonder kid on Football Manager, never gets the credit that he's just Edin's younger brother. Of course, they both came through at Lille Metropole. But he's just never been given that credit. And yet Thorgan plays for Borussia Dortmund, one of the best clubs in Europe. He can do that, which is just bloody amazing. Portugal, who again only introduced Manchester United to Bruno Fernandes from why didn't they start Bruno Fernandes? That's all I'm going to say. From the bench, we'll look back on key moments like Diogo Jota's chances, Ruben Diaz's header that was saved, and a late Rafael Guerreiro drive that struck the post. De Bruyne, by the way, Kevin De Bruyne, his fitness is going to dominate the headlines into the build-up with the Italy showdown, because he limped off moments after half-time, and Belgium lost Eden Hazard to a complaint late on as well. He was complaining that he may have done something. Not looking good for Belgium's golden generation, with two of their best players looking. I wouldn't panic just yet when you've got players like Thorgan Hazard that can score a goal like that. Absolutely amazing from Thor. Just go watch the goal. It's fantastic. So yeah, they are the world number one side. They're through. They beat Portugal by a goal to 0, and it's a fantastic strike from Thorgan Hazard from the edge of the area. Just go watch it. Just go watch the freaking goal, because it's just so good. What are you doing watching this? Go watch the freaking goal. So damn good. So damn good. We have other news from this tournament, Euro 2020 news coming up, but we look ahead now to tomorrow's fixtures, and in fact we'll have a look at team news. We'll give you the stats, but before then I want to look at the last 16 thus far, because Belgium will face Italy in the quarterfinals on Friday the 2nd of July of the second batch of quarterfinals, because the first match is played. I said batch, not match. I meant match. Quarterfinalists number 1 and number 2 play at 5 o'clock, and then Belgium and Italy are playing at 8 o'clock. And then the Saturday, the Czech Republic and Denmark play at 5 o'clock. And then the other quarterfinal was on at 8. Why didn't they play Saturday? I suppose they don't want to play Sunday. And then you've got the semi-final number 1 on Tuesday, and then semi-final number 2 on the Wednesday. And then I believe the third place playoff on Saturday, with the final on Sunday. So there isn't actually that long to go in this tournament now. We're getting there. We're nearing the end. And we face the final curtain. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so with that result, we must now look ahead to the remaining last 16 ties. And we start with the 5 o'clock game tomorrow for your Monday. Croatia versus Spain in a 5 o'clock kickoff. I think, there's only one winner of this one, and it's Spain. Sorry, Croatia aren't good enough. When you rely on a 35-year-old, Luka Modric, I think, you're not going to get through. By the way, Luka, it's coming home, mate, because he fucking hates that. He hates the England fans that sing "It's coming home." It's coming home, isn't it, Luka? It's coming home. But you don't know that. We do, but you don't. Luka Modric, it's coming home. Somebody should just go to an airport and just say, "It's coming home," to Luka Modric, because he hates it. Croatia head coach Zlatko Dalic has said that his side must stand up to Spain when they face each other in the last 16 tomorrow. World Cup runners-up Croatia are looking to reach the quarterfinals for only the third time. For only the third time. Three-time European champions Spain have failed to reach the last 8 of their last 3 major tournaments, and to be honest, with the lack of firepower, don't send abuse to Alvaro Morata, you absolute penises, as I said yesterday. With the lack of firepower, although saying that they won their last group game 5-0, I don't expect this to be a goal fest. I got to be honest with you, I don't expect it to be a goal fest at all. But Spain should win this easily. Croatia shouldn't even be on Spain's radar in terms of competition. That is my belief. That is my opinion on the matter. Doesn't mean it's law. Croatia could, many people thought the Dutch would beat the Czechs. I was the one that called it differently. Sorry, I got one decision. I got one call right out of 1,000. Let me have this, please. Don't point out the amount of times I've been wrong, please. Just let me have this once. Just this once. So, I can't believe that. Spain have failed to reach the last 8 of their last 3 major tournaments. They haven't been good since winning the Euros in 2012. They've just been on a downward spiral since then, haven't they? Croatia qualified, of course, for the knockouts as runners-up of Group D with 1 win in 3 games, while Spain finished second in Group E. So also runners-up. Spain... Hang on, how are 2 runners-up playing each other? Surely it should be the group winners versus the runners-up or the third player. I don't know how they fucking do anymore. Croatia's boss said, Spain showed real quality against Slovakia. It's about the only quality they've shown. It's the only game they've really... Well, it's not that they haven't turned up in the other games. That would be disrespectful to Spain, because they did turn up against Sweden. They just couldn't get anything past them. Maybe they have been on... maybe they've been stuck in third gear when they've needed to get into top gear. Power... I'm loving Clarkson Farm, though, on Amazon Prime. Hi, Twitch. So the Croatian boss said Spain showed real quality against Slovakia. They are a young, fast, and energetic team, but they don't score goals, apart from against Slovakia. They base their play on high press with lots of passing, but we have our own qualities. It won't be easy for them either. No, that's true. It won't be easy. They'll still absolutely beat you 100%. I'm 100% convinced that Spain will easily win against Croatia. Maybe by... maybe 1-0, maybe 2-0. I back Spain for that one. Croatia just don't have enough, in my opinion. But then who am I? He goes on to say, we can stand up to them. We will need to remember that attack can be a means of defense. Oh, I like that. Does that mean he's going to go for it? They're going to play some football? Does that... I suppose they have to. They can't just sit back and wait for a point. Unless they want to take it to penalties. In which case, I reckon that's what Germany might do against England, Unless they want to take it to penalties. Spain forward Dani Olmo spent 5 years at Croatian club Dinamo Zagreb, and he says their opponents are lion-hearted. I believe that's the English, mate. We're the Lionhearts. Anyway, team news. That Croatia will be without Ivan Perisic. The 32-year-old winger has tested positive for COVID-19, so he's unavailable. The 2 kick off at 5 p.m. at Denmark's Parken Stadium in Copenhagen, with the winner setting up a quarter-final tie with either France or Switzerland in St. Petersburg on the 2nd of July. Head-to-head, Croatia last faced Spain in any competition during the 2018-19 UEFA Nations League, whilst the Croats won the most recent of the 2 meetings 3-2 in November of 2018. They lost the other 6-0 in September, a result that remains their heaviest defeat in international football. Don't worry, this Spain team can't score unless you're Slovakia. Oh, wait, aren't you based near Slovakia? Yeah. Oh, your neighbour's Slovenia. Then you've got Hungary. Then it's Slovakia. Maybe you'll get away with it. Maybe. Probably not. This will be Croatia and Spain's third major tournament meeting, with both previous clashes coming in the Euros, European group stages. Both sides have won one each, Spain in 2012 and Croatia in 2016. I forgot to do my little intro for the Statman, the Statman. I'm the Statman. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make myself laugh whilst I do these. You know, I've done them pretty much all. I've done them all tournament, apart from one that I missed. In what is their sixth European Championship tournament, Croatia have made it through to the knockout stages for the fourth time. Croatia have failed to progress beyond the first knockout game on each of the previous three occasions, the quarterfinals in 96 and 2008, and the last 16 in 2016. After reading that stat, I bet you're wondering, well, what about the last 16 in 2008 and 1996? Yeah, there only used to be 16 teams that qualified for this tournament. The 2014 thing was only introduced in 2016. Other than that, it was a 16-team tournament, so the last 16 was the group stage before that. So the second round was the quarterfinal in 96 and 2008. Just a little explainer. Since the start of the 2018 World Cup, Croatia have failed to score in just one of their 10 games at major tournaments, netting 18 goals in total from an expected tally of 13.6, netting 4.4 goals more than expected. I don't know how they worked that out. After winning Euro 2008, the World Cup 2010, and the Euros in 2012, Spain have been eliminated from both of their last two major tournaments in the knockout rounds. The last 16 of the Euros in 2016 against Italy, and the last 16 of the World Cup in 2018. Remember that memorable game against the hosts, Russia. Spain last suffered elimination in 3 consecutive tournament knockout stages participations, when doing so across the 1994 World Cup, Euro 96 and Euro 2000. Did Spain not qualify for France 98? I can't. I was 4 at the time. Come on, give me a break. Did Spain not qualify? Yeah, they did. How does that count? Or were they eliminated in the groups? Oh, they were eliminated in the group stage in 98. Okay, that explains. I was 4 at the time. Come on, forgive me. Was I 4? Was I? Yeah, 98. Yeah, I was 4. I didn't know what a fucking football was. I couldn't care less. Couldn't have given a shit, mate. Anyway, that's Croatia and Spain. 8 p.m. it's France versus Switzerland. What is gonna happen in this one? France boss Didier Deschamps has warned his players should not underestimate the Swiss, and is preparing to overcome mounting injuries before their Euro 2020 last 16 tie tomorrow. Deschamps saw 2 left backs, Lucas Hernandez and Lucas Dieng, go off injured in their final group game against Portugal for Monday's game in Bucharest. French media feel he will have to use a new formation. So they're going to play a way that they're not used to. Well, they'll be used to it because they'll have trained using it, and they've probably used it before, but you know, you don't like to change things in major tournaments, do you? You just want to keep things consistent so that the players know exactly what they're doing. Consistency is the key, isn't it? That's why Gareth Southgate keeps picking the same bloody players, even though he shouldn't. Consistency is key because everybody then knows what they're doing, right? So consistency is key. But he is going to have to change the formation. Well, that's what the French media are suggesting. It is thought that Deschamps is considering a move to a 3-5-2. That would include Benjamin Pavard as well as Adrien Rabiot used as wing backs. Deschamps bidding to become the first man to win both the World Cup and the European Championship as player and coach. Has warned his side must simply be at our best and, quote, we mustn't underestimate them and it's a knockout game, so we'll have everything we can do to ensure we have smiles on our faces come the end of the match, said Didier Deschamps. With that said, Switzerland reached the quarterfinals as one of the best third place, reached the last 16 as one of the best third place finishers from the group stage. The article says quarterfinals, but it's last 16. A confidence-boosting win over Turkey in their last game saw some of their key players shine. Liverpool's Xhaka and Shaqiri scored twice in that one and found good positions to register a game-high 7 shots. And Arsenal's Granit Xhaka won the ball, 1 possession, 8 times a high for his side. Let's be honest, France are going to win this, aren't they? I can only imagine how dreary the football is going to be from Switzerland because they're just going to sit back, hit long balls, and they're going to play like Burnley play. They're going to sit back, play very defensive, and then try and hit France on the break with long balls. Because they're not going to try and pass it around the French. Because they'll get absolutely torn to shreds. I don't know that for a fact. That's what I'm imagining, their logic. I'm just trying to put my head, my frame of mind into what the Swiss manager might be thinking. He might think, well, if we try and pass it about, the French are just going to tear us apart, so we might as well just keep 11 men behind the ball and try and hit them on the break with long balls. No one wants to see that, though. This will be the Statman. Statman. This will be the 5th meeting between France and Switzerland at a major competition. Euro 2004 to 2006, the World Cup in Euro 2004, World Cup 2006, World Cup 2014, and Euro 2016, but the first in the knockout rounds. So France were unbeaten in such matches, winning 2, drawing 2, with the most recent game finishing goalless in Euro 2016. France have only lost 1 of their last 17 matches at the Euros and World Cup combined, winning 12, drawing 4. The Euro 2016 final against Portugal was that only defeat. France haven't lost a competitive match in over 2 years, with their last such defeat coming against Turkey in a European Championships qualifier in June 2019, winning 14 and drawing 5 times since. France last went on a longer unbeaten run in competitive matches from 1994 to 1999, a 27-game run, when current manager Didier Deschamps was playing in 21 of those games. For Switzerland, they have reached the knockout stages at each of their last 4 major tournament appearances. That's the 2014 World Cup, Euro 2016, 2018 World Cup, and now Euro 2020. They were eliminated in their first. They were eliminated in their first match following the group stage in each of those previous 3 instances. So they were knocked out the last 16 of the 2014 World Cup, Euro 2016, and the World Cup in 2018. With a double against Turkey last time out, Shaqiri became Switzerland's all-time top goal scorer in major tournaments, Euros and World Cups combined, with 7 goals. And Shaqiri is Switzerland's joint top goal scorer in the European Championships with 3, tied with Hakan Yakin. I don't hold much hope for the Swiss, I've got to be honest with you there. It's not. They're not. They're not going to win. Spoiler alert: they're not going to win. So let's just round up any other business from the Euros before we leave you tonight. And reaction from the Welsh as they went out. Defender Chris Gunter has criticised the, quote, joke of a setup of Euro 2020 after Wales' last 16 exit against Denmark. After playing their first two matches in Azerbaijan, Wales faced Italy in Rome before meeting the Danes in Amsterdam. Whilst 3 of their 4 opponents were backed by a significant number of fans, only a handful of Wales supporters were actually able to attend matches. Gunter went on social media, specifically Instagram. Every nation had fans wherever they went, but Wales, apart from the 350 who broke government rules and bank accounts to be there, and you and us deserved more from this joke setup of a tournament, but who said life was fair? Have a cry, but then smile that we were dining at the top table yet again. Does that sound bitter? He does have a point. This was a fantastic... Obviously, the only reason it is a European-wide competition is that it was meant to celebrate the centenary of UEFA in back last year, and that was the only reason they're doing it, because in 2024 we've got it just in Germany. It just makes sense to have it in one place. I think if you're going to have... I mean, in the year... Maybe in... at Euro 21-20, maybe you have... maybe you just have it in France, where UEFA... Or, sorry, where were UEFA founded? Because I know FIFA were founded in France. Were UEFA founded in France as well? But I know FIFA and UEFA are both based in Switzerland, but FIFA were generally, they were founded in France. But I know it was founded in Basel, so maybe just have it in Switzerland. Maybe just have it in Switzerland, that'd be easy. Or let Austria co-host it again with Switzerland. Just saying, instead of the okay, you've got to go to... You know, you're going to play one game in Seville, and then you're pretty much going to you're heading to Asia, and you're going to play in Baku. Jesus. Although, to be fair, I apart from the shoddy camera work in Baku, it was nice. I thought their stadium was nice. Anyway, so that's... Well, obviously the FA of Wales did have a unsuccessful bid to host some games at Euro 2020 at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Obviously, Scotland got the opportunity to host some matches at home at Hampden, and obviously Wembley's being used for the final and the semi-finals. And a number of countries have had home games like Denmark, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, Hungary, Germany, Russia. So... Azerbaijan, the only ones that never qualified that hosted game. So I get it. I get the point. I get his point. I kind of agree, but you everyone's some. I was about to say everyone's in the same boat, but it's not true. It's just simply not true, is it? I can't really argue with his logic. He's kind of got a point. I'm trying to find an angle in which to argue from him, but I really can't. And I'm no Welsh fan, but he's kind of got the he's kind of got a point. Gareth Bale has said he wants to keep playing with the Welsh national team until he retires from club football, so he'll carry on hopefully for a long time to come, still playing. And as we look ahead to the big game on Tuesday, Germany's Robin Gosens has described the decision to increase the capacity at Wembley for Tuesday's last 16 game in England against England as far, quote, far from optimal. Around 40,000 fans are expected, despite the British government delaying the final easing of COVID restrictions. Germany travel to London amid fears over the Delta variant. But this is what the Atalanta wingback had to say. He said, quote, I think it's borderline, because at the end of the day, 40,000 spectators at Wembley don't make it safe for us. We live in a bubble and are isolated, but it's far from optimal when you see the big picture. Due to the current travel restrictions between Germany and the UK, only 2,000 UK-based German fans are expected to be at Wembley on Tuesday. So we got home field advantage, 40,000. Well, okay, let's discount the 2,000 German supporters. 38,000 fans at home. It'd be embarrassing if we lost. Really, it would be. And the Football Association want to give Gareth Southgate a new contract already? Madness. That's it from us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow from 10. Have a good one. Happy Monday, by the way. Good night.